radio dispatch. Do you know who this is?
No, who is this is?
Hello and welcome to TradeWithoutEmotion.com. My name's Michael and I'll be your technician. Today we're going to look at LVS, Las Vegas Sands Corporation, trading on the New York Stock Exchange. Here we have monthly chart periods over a 3-year period. So basically this stock was issued right around this area at $40.73. It's had a pretty good climb all the way up to, looks like a high of 148.76, and then as you can see, with the economy falling apart, not a lot of people are going to Vegas, and we hit a low of $2.89, and I certainly wish I would have been able to catch that bottom. It's not a lot I can tell you with this monthly chart because it basically just shows that it's fallen off the face of the earth. One thing I wanted to point out on this chart, that it's at a low that it's never been at before. However, we've got a nice area of, well, the lowest it had ever been previous to 3 months ago was at $29. So we're currently at $2.89. There's got to be some bounce back in this stock. Nothing's happened in this stock except for selling. As you can see, the pressure's been pretty high. I don't usually follow the news, but basically I know a lot about Las Vegas, unfortunately, or fortunately. Nobody's going. You know, the economy's been so bad. Vegas is very cheap right now, and nobody's going. And I would assume this is probably why this stock isn't making any money. But like I said, that's just an assumption. Looking from the technicals, I can tell you that that's exactly what's going on. Nobody's going to Vegas, and particularly the Sands. Anyhow, all the indicators look horrible, so let's move on as expected. And the RSI looks even worse. So let's move on to the daily 3-month chart, and we'll get a better look at what's going on. Basically, I just wanted to point out with this one, look at that, 70% down this month. Okay, let's move on. Okay, now we have the 3-month, 1-day period chart here for LVS, Las Vegas Sands Corporation. So let's start by looking at the candlesticks here. I've drawn in a few lines already. Basically from this chart, what I want to do is point out what I do as a trader. I'm not a swing trader. I'm more of a day trader, but I will hold stocks overnight for a little bit. But more often I trade during the day. However, this is one that I'll probably maybe swing trade. As you can see, we're in a definite downtrend by these points right here, signifying that, you know, this stock has taken a hit from about $46 about a month and a half ago, and now we're all the way down to about $4 and what is it, 31 cents. Here's our base support line that's also in a downtrend. We're making lower lows, so that's how I know we're in a downtrend. But what we do have is a cyclical stock that is bouncing up, hitting a resistance area, coming back down, going back up, coming back down, hitting a support area, and then moving back up. So the key right now is to figure out where this thing's going to keep going and top out, and find out how we can maximize our profits and how we can make a lot more money, actually. So basically what I'm looking for is I'm going to jump in this stock. Looking for an up day. I do not own shares in this stock right now. Currently I see support, I currently see support in this level right here, so I'll watch for this area to hold. Basically what I want to do is get in on the open tomorrow, and it looks like we're about 2 days away from a high of about 594. Now once we touch this upper line right here, because of this is our downtrend in place, I'm not going to sell my entire position, but I'm definitely going to lock in some profits, because this is our first line of resistance on the downtrend. This will be our second line right here, and this is generally where I'll want to take most of my profits, if not all, unless it breaks this with significant volume and price pressure, and that's about, looks like about almost just over $8. So that would be a double from this point, and we're looking at about a five to six trading days from where we are today. Anyhow, let's move on down and we'll take a look at some of the indicators, and I'll show why I treat this as a day trading stock rather than as a swing trade or a little bit of an investment. We're certainly in an uptrend right here, but we haven't got much going on. Our MACD histogram has been pretty flat. But like I said, we are moving up, and when you cross the zero line, that's when you're actually going to start making your money. Full stochastic really hasn't done anything. It did cross over here, though, I'd like to point out, which is pretty bullish at this point. So let's move up and see where that looks on the candlesticks. And of course, well, where was that crossover? Right here at bottom. So what we're looking for is this thing to cross up through the 20 line, and that's a buy signal for the more risky people, and for the more conservative traders, you're looking for a 50 line crossover. But I suspect by that point we would have broken out of our channel, and we're heading back up to maybe 40 bucks if it ever happens again. But like I said, I think, you know, the economy needs to turn around before we see any significant change in what's going on. Like I said, I'm a technician, but in this type of bear market, it's pretty hard to ignore the news and just read the technicals. The last few days, our money flow index is showing that people have been selling off, but in our longer run, we are curling up and looking good. We moved up on pretty small volume, so that signifies that we've got a lot more buying going on than selling, which is always good. So it means that people are actually, all the sellers have sold, and the only thing that's happening right now is buying pressure, and people are accumulating because we have a definite bottom right here. If I move this line, let's see if I can. Yeah, we have a definite bottom here at $2.89. These people that bought right here are just golden. I'm not that risky. I wish I was, but man, that's a great trade who's ever in this area, and I'm pretty sure they're going to get their $5.95 or 94 cents, whatnot, in that area. So let's move up to our RSIs. Now here's where it's getting really interesting. For the conservative trader, you're looking for the orange line, which is the RSI 2, to cross the 50 line, and for the more risk-tolerant trader, and the white line to be crossing the 30 line. Now, typically a day trader will wait until it crosses this orange line up here, which is the 80 line, or the 70 line, and then this white line to cross this dashed line, which is the 50 line. That's a confirmed buy signal for a day trader. So if we get a good update tomorrow, which I pray to God we do, because we've had 3 up days in a row. We sure could use a 4th. We're going to get a big rush of volume coming in and buying pressure, because you're going to get your day traders in there. However, I'd be very careful with this with the holidays coming up, because a lot of people are looking to liquidate their positions, and we'll just see what happens and play it by ear. But I wouldn't be surprised to see it hit here, maybe bounce back a little bit, come back down. We're kind of forming an ascending triangle, if you want to, that's a tough call to call that, but that's more of a descending triangle anyways. However, we can look at these as also kind of a flag pattern going on right here as it keeps working its way down. Any way you want to call it, I like to just figure out ways to make profit on these stocks, and this is a stock that I think you can do well on and make some profit. Anyhow, good luck, and I hope you learned something from this tutorial. And make sure to come by our website and check out what we've got. We've got a lot of free videos, and we also have videos for sale. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and trade without emotion.